Hey everyone, this is Aasha Lewis-Redway, and I'm here with another amazing Indie Talks. And we were here with the beautiful, the talented, the songstress herself, Miss Alex Isley.
Hi.
What's going on?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So first of all, you just killed the stage.
Thank you.
First of all,
thank you.
welcome to New York.
Thank you.
Here at Urban Plaza. I mean, just beautifully done. Kind of talk about, being here in New York and you coming off that stage and setting the tone, the spirit, the energy. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I love New York. I love being here. I am an honorary LA native, but I was born in New Jersey. So I have family out here. I always feel like I'm at home when I'm out here. So it's great.
Yeah. Well, welcome back home.
Thank you.
Now, one thing I love about you and your music, first of all, the Mom Club. Yes. Okay, the Mom Club. You have definitely built this voice and really worked hard on your music. You have, this time and day and age in R&B. And the one thing I love about you is that you don't really chase trends. You focus more on being authentic in your music. When did you feel like you realized like that was your superpower, just to be authentic?
Good question. I think probably early on when I was putting together somewhere between my first and second project, and all the internal pressure and the frustration I had, starting and just figuring out my sound, and really just had to check myself and say, being me and being the best me, that is my superpower, and that's where I shine. That's where everybody shines, is being their authentic self. So we hear all the time, just be yourself, but there really is magic in that.
Yes, I love that. And then coming from such a legendary family, the legacy that you have, you carved your own lane in regards to your sound, and you completely owned it. What has been the biggest lesson in honoring your legacy while creating your own story?
That's a great question. I think the biggest thing is keeping the love first. Keeping the love first for what I do. My dad and my uncles are such a great example of that. I've seen them all my life. That was my first concert experience up until I was like 12. And just really great teachers, and they love what they do, and they're still doing it. It's the love that drives everything else.
I love that. And first of all, let's talk about this album. First of all, I have it on rotation all the time, okay, when the city sleeps, all right? The one thing that I love about this project is that it's very, a project that's open about love, the future, saying goodbye, and you talk about that a lot of times. Have you ever felt like, this was a project where it could have been too personal, or it's too open for my audience?
I don't think so. I think there's a way to release and share your story without, completely uncovering yourself if that's not what you want to do. I think for me, I just wanted to be truthful, in a poetic storytelling way. And I did have those questions, of course, like, is this too much? Am I saying too much? I'm cussing on this album. I don't really cuss like in general. So it was like a lot of new things for me, but I just had to trust it.
Now, also another thing about this project, like I said, is very vulnerable, and I love the confidence, like I said, in the topics that you choose on this album. Is there anything new that you had to discover about yourself when creating this project?
I think I was just reminded of trusting my gut, trusting my intuition, especially with the creative process. And because you can get nitpicky as an artist, as a perfectionist, you can get to the point where you're like, you're redoing and you're correcting and re-editing. And I think you just have to get to a point where you just say, you know what, I trust my feelings, I trust my heart and my soul, and I resonate with this. And, it's not always easy, but that's really the key to it.
And the one thing before we wrap up, first of all, I want to say thank you so much for this sit down. You're beautiful. You're amazing. The music.
Thank you.
Day one fan, y'all. Day one fan.
Thank you,
okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Love our memoir.
Thank you.
Okay. R&B is in a most amazing place right now, and it doesn't receive a lot when it comes to, you know, mainstream and things. It takes some time to really kind of dig around and kind of find these artists, you know, especially, you know, really good ones, right? So what excites you the most at this pivotal time when it comes to the genre of R&B?
I think the conversation around it is what excites me, and that we're shifting to really taking notice of the R&B that's always been alive and well. I don't like that narrative of R&B is dead. It's never been dead. It is present and very much alive in everything. So I love that the conversation has shifted, and there's more light and more visibility on all the great R&B that's out there, because there's a lot.
So speaking about a lot of R&B, what songs do you feel like is most like you're listening to right now that's in your playlist, that's, you know, you curated just to kind of put us on to some artists that you're listening to?
You know what? There's so much, and you know, I love it all, new and older, but I am an old soul and I love my old school.
Girl, me too.
So Peebo Bryson recently passed, and he is one of the smoothest voices ever. And I think his one record, Give Me Your Love, it just feels good. It's so nostalgic, and it's such a feel good record. So I would say that one. Yeah, that's what I'm listening to right now a lot.
All right now, and rest in peace to Peebo Bryson, one of my mom's favorite. Oh my goodness. Now, before we get out of here, of course you're on tour. All right, now, since you're on tour, you only can pack 5 items, essential items. All right. Ooh. What are these only 5 items that you are packing?
So that doesn't include wardrobe, right? Like tour, or
so we'll include wardrobe as just one. We'll include that as one.
Okay,
yes.
So then really 4.
Yes.
Okay. Golly. My phone.
Okay.
My phone charger. 2 more. My toothbrush and my edge gel.
Okay. Listen, she said that's what she packed.
That's hard. That's been the hardest question.
That's what we know tour. Well, first of all, we want to thank you so much for sitting down with Indie Talks. You're such a beautiful soul. Keep doing your thing.